got like some sprints, some hurdle stuff. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Was here last year as an EPIC student, but then she graduated and now she is at the University of Oregon. And University of Oregon is like the foundation of track and field and running a race. And she's actually a big time track star as a freshman at the University of Oregon. And I want to call up my little sis, Alexandra Webster. Give it up for her! Come on, Alex, what's up? Oh, she come in running, she already. Y'all can do better than that. Show love. So we're just gonna chop it up, man. I'm so happy you're here. You literally just came here like what, 2 days ago, right? Your mic is right there. There it is. We got you set up.
Yes, I got here 2 days ago.
Nice, nice. So how was your first year?
My first year at Oregon was definitely an adjustment period because I'm a freshman. Everything was really new. I was lucky enough or blessed enough to live in the dorms because with COVID, everything was like shut down, football games, basketball games, pretty much any big college event.
Yeah.
But living in the dorms, I was able to meet some really cool people, really close friends. And I got a job on campus as a financial coach. So as a business major, I also get to learn the ropes before I start my own career. That was really cool.
Right. So track and field, like that's your thing, that's your jam. Why did you choose to run track? Like what interests you about running track? Like why are you so good at it? Why are you so passionate about it? Like what sparked that for you?
I started my freshman year because in high school, you gotta choose a sport, get involved somehow. So I started just the 200 meter, 100 meter. I did long jump. Don't ask me how long I jumped. I don't know. I was not that good at it.
Gotcha.
They put me in pole vault because I used to do gymnastics. So like, oh, you can pole vault. No,
okay.
I can't pole vault.
You kind of look like Simone Biles too. Do you get that right?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, right. You got to be on paper. That's what's up.
So yeah, I started with those little events, and I was like, I wasn't really the best. I didn't like not being the best.
Yeah.
So I asked my coach one day, and I was like, okay, do you think this is going anywhere? Do you think I'm gonna be good at long jump, number one? He was like, can I be honest with you? I said, yeah, be honest with me. He said, no. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do hurdles. And they're like, you can't just switch to hurdling. But so I got in kind of late. I started hurdling my junior year, which is actually really late to start hurdling. But somehow I was just really determined, and God really helped me just stay focused and trust the process. So, yeah.
And that was like, that's high school, sounds like, right? How you just built up having a passion for it, knowing that you're good at hurdles and all that. How many schools were recruiting you? Like, when did it become like a real thing? Like, man, I might be pretty good at this.
Yeah, started getting some D1 schools looking at me. So I had schools from most of the conferences, Pac-12, SEC, Big 10, Big 12. So yeah, but NCAA rules is you have to choose your top 5. And Oregon was on that list. That was my first visit. But even like after visiting all the other schools, I felt like I really belonged at Oregon, and something like God made it very clear we need to be. There was so much stress, getting pulled so many different directions, but definitely visiting Oregon, I was like, no, this is where I need to be, especially when I put on that uniform.
Right. For y'all don't know, like Oregon is like the headquarters for Nike, so and the University of Oregon gets like all the new drip before it even gets out into the rest of the world and the rest of the market. So you kind of get like some exclusive stuff, but you don't even get those epic shoes that I'm about to give to somebody on Friday, right?
What's some shoes you about to give me?
You ain't see the shoes?
No, I ain't see
Put the shoes back up there real quick for Alex. Yeah, man, Oregon ain't gonna get these right here. This is something that one of these blessed students out here about to get some real good drip. There they go right there. One of those 3. Y'all ain't got that, right?
No, we ain't got that.
Y'all ain't got that.
Not yet.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't got the epic vibes. That's what's up. So as you're talking about your journey and not only in high school, but also making your decision to go to Oregon and even your time at Oregon thus far, you mentioned like God is really leading you and trusting in God. He's kind of like showing you the way and the path that you should go. And I love that. So you definitely, you from Fallbrook, you Fallbrook family, so I know you rooted in the Word, but what was that moment when you decided like, man, like I want to give my life to Christ? Do you remember that moment when you just decided to believe in Jesus, give your life to Christ and really start trusting in Him?
Yeah, so I come from a Christian household, and it's not like they forced that religion on me. It's kind of just growing up and seeing what God has done for my family in the roughest times, and just building us up and make sure that we just grow out of that. And the amount of blessings that He's given, I'm like, there's no way I've done this on my own. This is definitely God's doing. So I just, like, even when I went to college, like, you know, I go to a big D1 school, there's some crazy things be happening in college, a lot of freedom. But being at Fallbrook and those events that you're doing on Instagram Live have really helped me to make sure that I need to keep my relationship with God and maintain that. Started reading my own Bible, praying at night instead of my mom saying, everybody come pray before you go to bed.
Wow.
Yeah, I started doing it on my own and just making sure that I keep my relationship with Jesus. And that was like my main focus, especially with the goals I'm trying to do in my future. I knew I had to keep my relationship with Him.
And I think what you said, like during the pandemic, I know this was a tough time where the norm of community was a little different, right? And we had to get creative with it. You mentioned you was tuned into some of the Instagram lives that we was doing and all that. So did that help you a little bit as far as like the word and staying connected to not only us but to Jesus and your relationship with Him?
That helped me a lot because once I saw it pop up, you know, I get all the notifications. But it took me a while to actually like click on them.
Wow.
But at a moment, I was really doubting my decision at Oregon, just because the adjustment period was so long and stressful. And being a student athlete in general is just a lot on people. Maybe people don't really realize that unless you actually are one. And I remember just looking at my phone, I'm like, hey, let me see what Fallbrook is up to. Let me just hop on real quick. And I really felt so much better. Like my confidence came back, my motivation came back.
Wow, praise God.
Yeah. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. So, you're a hurdler, and not just a hurdler, but don't you already like have a record? You're like top 10 or top, what is it?
Top 9 for the 400 hurdles and then top 10 for the 100 hurdles.
For like the history of University of Oregon.
Yeah.
Right now, as a freshman. What? Yo, that's epic right there. How do you see the correlation, and have you faced many hurdles, and how have you overcome those hurdles and just continue to push forward?
I think with life, I know I just remember and learned that I can't just wake up one day and say, okay, I want to be an Olympian and have a gold medal around my neck and not take the steps to do that. And with hurdling, you can't just say, I'm going to go out there and sprint 10 hurdles and not expect to hit a few, get a few scratches, knock them all down, lose a few races. And I kind of see that with life. Like, you have to learn from your mistakes and just make sure that you know that God is going to lead you in the right way. So, like, you shouldn't just be stressed out or worried or try to rush. Don't try to rush. One hurdle at a time. Just overcome that and not go too far. I love that. So, you were here in these seats, or similar to in their shoes last year. And as you can see, we got a solid crowd that has been here, that's been rocking with us. What would you say, just now that you're in a position right now, you're in college, you're now like part of the young adult squad, elevate. You know what I'm saying? Young adults out there. So what would you say to the Epic students to just encourage them and to move forward and keep them in this race as we go through this conference? You're gonna hit a lot of bumps in the road for sure. But you need to just, I know it's kind of sound pretty vague, but just try not to listen to other people. Make sure that you slow down and listen to God. And I mean listen to God. For sure, because I'm definitely the type of person to always be really hard on myself and try to figure out my own way around getting better, getting faster, and trying to rush the process. But it really is a long process. Just try to focus on your goals and make sure you're doing the right thing to get there. You'll definitely slow down and listen to God. And I'm still trying to work on that.
And when you're looking at other lanes, sometimes what happens when you get outside your lane in a race, you get disqualified, right?
And you also hit a hurdle on the other side too, and ruin the other person.
A lot of things happen when you focus on other people instead of focusing on your lane and just focusing on that hurdle in front of you. And I also hear that you're saying don't rush, because in life we don't always have to sprint, but it's also moving at a pace.
I actually have a story. So I'm gonna say this was probably my second race in doing hurdles. And I was so hard on myself. I was like, I lost, I didn't win. Like, why didn't I win? All these girls are taller than me, and I'm 5'2", by the way, going over a hurdle. It's kind of crazy. And I was like, they're taller than me, they're faster than me, they've been running way longer than me, they know how to hurdle better than me. I was basically just making up all these scenarios of why I can't be the best. And if God wants to do something for you, because God is always for you, He'll make it happen.
Come on.
basically right after that, I was like, okay, no, you're right. I kind of switched gears. I was like, I can be the best. I can be number one. I can get D1 schools to look at me.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I had to do.
That's so good. Y'all give it up for Alex. Big time, Alex. Yo, give it up one more time. Make it loud and proud. So loud for your family. Thank you so much, Alex. Great job. We love you. You got some organ gear for everybody or what? No, okay. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Well, thank you so much. And we about to keep this thing popping. Coming up next, I am so excited.
Hey guys, I am on my way to my store right now. Approach Vintage, Houston area, if you guys ever want to check it out. But that's where I'm headed to right now. Hey guys, so I want to do like an updated store tour because my stores came a long way. But yeah, so that's what we're about to do. So it will be real quick, but this is when you walk in. The sign, actually let's do a whole new tour. These are one of the walls. We put vintage. Really cute. New items, all new items. Even new graphic tees. More new items. We even got a new sign, a whole new wall. These are the bucket hats, the famous bucket hats. We love them. We also have swimsuits now. Look, because it's summer. And the skirts, the famous skirts. We love these. These are new and they're super cute.